So there's a new case. Jayden Spicer missing. And thank you for sending this to me, this information. And it seems, let me see what you wrote. Okay. It seems crazily uh, exactly we. Yes, that's what I'm going to point out right now. So Jayden Spicer, this little kid, missing from Kentucky. Something is very off. That's the message I've gotten. Just want to get your thoughts. I'm questioning why mom didn't check on him for 12 hours. School started there today at 8 a.m. Why didn't she wake him earlier? How long has he actually been unaccounted for? Dense words and water nearby. Look at this note the mom gave law enforcement because she doesn't want her identity revealed. Something is very wrong here. You, your child is missing. You don't want your identity revealed. That is completely unheard of. In the case of an innocent parent, it's completely unheard of. Why? Because she already anticipates a lot of hate mail. She knows already. She has a lot to hide. Okay, Jayden is a special needs child, waiting for more information, hearing and sight impaired. Okay, I'm trying to get the house number. That's the road where he went missing from. Thank you. I can't get over that. Do the right thing. And I already. Did he have shoes on? What? Okay, so I actually started replying to my friend. I wanted to actually do what shall I call it? What am I doing here? What am I doing? Come on, people. Okay. Ugh. I think I have to clean my camera lens again. I hope that's not it this time. Can you guys see this? Okay, I'm sorry about the blurredness here, but I think you can see. We love Jayden and we want him safe at home. Who is we? And why not I? And why are you priority? We. That's priority. There's unity between you and the other parent. I don't know. I haven't read about the case yet, but this is very, very interesting. We love Jayden and we want immediately. She wants to convince us that she loves him and that she wants him safe at home. That is a given. That is a given. You don't need to tell this when your child is missing. Of course, your concern is with the child. Please help me find Jayden. That is the concern. Everything is we. We love him. We want him home. We couldn't have hurt him because we love him and we want him safe. This indicates at home, then he wasn't safe at home. The home life was not a good one. Please, if anybody see my son, Jayden Spicer, please report it to the Jackson police. Report it. What interesting choice of words to report it. What would you report? You would report a crime being committed, right? How would you word it if your son was missing? Please help me find my son and call police to let them know, bring him back to me, and so on. Report it. Finding her missing son would be she thinks about as it. What is it? Please, please bring him to me. Please call police immediately. Just report it? That's all you want from us? Hey, I have to report that somebody is whatever. unlawfully uh, disposing toxic uh, toxic waste or something, like, report it to the Jackson Police Department. Thank you, we love him. Again, we love him very much. She's trying to prove that, shows me that there was something very wrong with the relationship. Please do the right thing. This stands out to me as well. What do you mean, the right thing? Why do you need to convince somebody to do the right thing? And what is the big deal about calling Of course, if I saw your son, you wouldn't have to tell me, do the right thing. What else am I going to do? Holy crap, here is Jayden. I got him. Yes, 911, please. I got the boy that is missing, Jayden Spicer. He's right here with me. Can you please come immediately? I'm keeping him, whatever. He's sitting in my car having a sandwich. That's the kind of. What would be the right thing about that? Do the right thing is telling me the wrong thing is on her mind. She has done him wrong. So she is telling others, you should do the right thing. She's comparing it to something that she has done. Call the police. Please pray for us. Of course. This is just another Daniel Martel right here, right? I mean, just the horrible writing and the. Okay, now listen to this. Please pray for us first. Not me. They are in it together, husband and wife. I don't know. Was it a stepfather? Let me find out a little bit more. So I have to be on this right now because I want to make sure that I get the information out to you guys before all the other channels will, waste your time and make a bunch of false guesses. That's why I will do the right thing, I guess, to send the first impression you get. The first impression is always very powerful. That's why first impression when it comes to people, first impression when it comes to, anything that you don't know much about. And it's very easy to get off on the wrong track if you don't know anything about the case and somebody gives you false information. So let me see if I can get more on here in terms of the picture. I'm learning how to be more presentable to you guys. Okay. There's a lot more here. Should I go through it again? We love Jayden and we want... no, one moment. Missing person, Jayden Spicer, endangered missing child, age, wait a minute, age 10, hair blonde, eyes blue, height 5'1", slim build. And here we go. At approximately 9:23 a.m. on Wednesday, August 6, 2025, Kentucky State Police Post 13 in Hazard received a 911 call regarding a missing 10-year-old juvenile in the Panbowl Branch Road area in the Jackson community in Breathitt County, Kentucky. Jayden Spicer was last seen around 9 p.m. on Tuesday, August 5, 2025. They didn't report him missing for 12 hours. That whole night. What were they thinking? Oh, I guess he's gonna, maybe in the morning. I don't know, he's 10 years old, right? I guess he's staying out late. I guess he's got a couple of clubs to go to, and then, he'll be up. He'll probably show up in school in the morning. Yeah, right. Around 9 p.m. on Tuesday, August 5, 2025, at his home on Panvel Branch Road. Jayden is believed to have left his residence during the overnight hours or early morning. Okay, so what she's trying to tell us is he was last seen. Okay, maybe she says her claim is she put him to bed and then he was last seen wearing blue Sonic the Hedgehog pajama pants and a matching shirt. What else is missing? So are you saying that he wandered off in the pajamas? Anyone with information regarding is urged to contact Kentucky State Police. So I just read that he has special needs. Let me find what else is out there. But actually, here's his picture. It doesn't look good already for me, so sometimes I forget to treat this like, you know, this is him, Jayden Spicer. Sight impaired. He's supposedly sight impaired. So why did he leave out in the darkness? Did he have shoes on? What door did he leave from? Has he left before? Who lives with him? Yeah, and who is we? Very good question. Let me see. She didn't send me much more, but I love to learn the case while I first have the statements in front of me. So, the mom of a missing child wants to be anonymous. She says, "We love Jayden and we want him safe at home." This is unnecessary for anybody to say. If your child is missing, imagine you will be active looking. And the nighttime, the 12 hours he was seen at 9, okay, that's a long time. Sure, this is a good excuse. He must have walked out at night. Yeah, he must have, of course, because there couldn't be foul play. But please, if anybody see my son, Jayden Spicer, please report it. This language is much too casual. What do you report? When did you report something last? Please bring him to police. Please bring him, not it. To the Jackson Police Department. Thank you, we love him very much. You're the mother. I need you to tell me I love him very much, but why do you need to convince us? Is there a reason why we would think otherwise if we gotten to know you more? Or if you said more? Or if you heard more about his home life with you? Now, he was, okay, special needs. Again, there seems to be a lot, the missing child and special needs seem to, correlate quite a bit. But as I've pointed out in the case of Sebastian Rogers, I don't believe that his behavior that Chris and Katie had such an issue with was autism based. I believe it was mostly trauma based. And in the case of Jack and Lily, they had no parenting. I want to say crappy parenting, but they had no parenting. Really. They were on their own. They had each other, and that's it. That's why Little Lily always called for Jack. Jackie, 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 because she felt more responsible for this little boy than the mother did. And Cody as well. Let's keep it real here. My son Jayden Spicer, please report it to the Jackson Police Department. Thank you, we love him very much. Please do the right thing. You don't need to there is no, when you ask somebody to do the right thing, you do that because you have reason to believe people wouldn't do it, right? Or it's something unexpected. If you tell somebody, okay, my wallet, I lost it at the Grand Central Station somewhere uh, yesterday evening, and it had $300 in cash. Please keep the cash, all my ID, everything is in it. Please do the right thing and hand it to, contact me or hand it to the lost and found. Do the right thing. I don't expect people to voluntarily do it. You probably took the cash already. You don't want me to know about it. No, keep the cash, keep the cash. Just do the right thing and let me have this ID. Let me have my wallet with all the stuff in it. Or if you even say, hey, this $300 is all I have and I have to buy birthday gifts for my child or whatever, do the right thing and give it back to me. There is some convincing here. And that can indicate that there was problems she had with her son, that she does not look at him as favorably as one may expect from a mother, which is also why she feels a need to convince us that she can't even say that I love him, but that they loved him. They are in it together. There's a unity here, and in it together, I mean, they are a team. There is no tension between them. There is no disagreement here. They both are on the same side. But whose side were they on Jayden's side? Were things problematic? It's worrisome that she feels a need to convince us, but cannot say that I love him very much. Similar to Grady Proudfoot, who could only say, we love you so much and everybody loves you. And finally, she tried to say, I love him. But she still couldn't say it in a reliable manner. You don't need to convince me to do the right thing if I see Jayden. It will be the first thing I'll do without thinking. Calling 911, maybe putting him, maybe getting him offering him to sit in the passenger seat of my car at the store, asking him, what can I get you? Can I get you a Coca-Cola or a sandwich or something, or what would you like? And maybe if it's cold, a blanket, or whatever I can do, my coat. It would be nothing, but for her, this is doing something normal for him indicates that their home life was anything but normal. But the real thing here, the big worry, is the concern for herself and, I believe, the partner, possibly the dad or the stepdad, I will find out, and my son Jayden. No, they are priority. Jayden is not the priority, and both of them equally are the priority. Okay, I may regret doing this, but why don't I listen to JLR Investigates for a minute? Because he actually had done well in the beginning with Sebastian Rogers and been very informative. Let's see.
Alert! Alert! Missing child! A 10-year-old boy vanished in the middle of the night outside of Jackson, Kentucky, a very rural area, and a massive search is underway for this little boy. This is 10-year-old Jayden Spicer. He vanished from his home overnight, Tuesday into Wednesday morning, and Kentucky State Police have put out an alert. There is a massive search underway in a very rural area, lots of trees. I see a creek. It looks like a dead end going into a mountain. Oh my goodness. Reminds me of Summer Wells. Well, let me give you some information about this little boy and the search for Jayden Spicer. Check it out. All right, Trooper Gayhart with the Kentucky State Police Public Affairs Officer put out a urgent message here a few hours ago. Share missing juvenile, Jackson, Kentucky, August 6, 2025 at approximately 9:23 a.m. on Wednesday, August 6, 2025. Kentucky State Police Post 13 in Hazard received a 911 call.
And I think you probably agree with me that it's good for me to have a little bit more information than just the statements, right? Because I don't want you to have to jump from channel to channel. That's really my job, to fill you in enough on the situation. So I think JLR is actually not a bad guy to go to for news, other than he lost the plot with Sebastian, but that's okay. I mean, I gotta, let me see.
Regarding a missing juvenile in Pambo Branch Road area in the Jackson community in is that Breathitt County? Breathitt County? KSP troopers and local search and rescue teams immediately responded to the scene and initiated a search of the surrounding area. Preliminary investigation indicates that 10-year-old Jayden Spicer is believed to have left his residence during the overnight hours or early morning. Jayden is described as a white male, approximately 5'1", with a slim build, blonde hair, blue eyes. He was last seen 9 p.m. Tuesday night, August 5th, at his home on Pambo Branch Road. He was last seen wearing blue Sonic the Hedgehog pajama pants and a matching shirt. Anyone with information regarding Jayden Spicer's whereabouts is urged to contact the Kentucky State Police Post 13 in Hazard, 606-435-6069. This investigation is ongoing and is being led by Detective Nathan Rourke.
Tell me more.
Got a detective on the case here. Okay, so I'm going to show you a map of this area. It's very rural outside Jackson, Kentucky. Check it out. This is Google Maps. We take you to Pambo Branch Road right here.
Branch Road.
It is a very, looks like it's a dead-end road. Very rural.
Yeah, I'm getting very Daniel Martell and Summer Wells vibes right now,
Area, Jackson, Kentucky. Jackson.
Yeah, many places to search.
In Kentucky. So we take you to Kentucky. You can see here Jackson, Kentucky. Here's the state of Kentucky. It looks like it is in the eastern area. Very remote out there.
Yeah.
So let's zero in here. Pambo Branch Road. It looks like it's off of highway road 1812, and it looks like it goes into a dead end. Now, here's where the area looks like. Let's look at the area here. Oh, okay. We got it. Rolling hills.
Yeah, that's
trees.
And the thing is, man, in these remote areas, if you live in an apartment complex, the neighbors hear each other. Neighbors can report each other. People don't let you get it. Sorry. Child abuse gets reported. I mean, very often, more often than not, right? Because if you hear big problems, you hear screaming next door or whatever, you're gonna call police, and at least have a welfare check, or you may know, they have a history of just arguing and beating each other bloody and abusing the children. You see the children with black eyes. But in these rural areas, anything can happen, man. we don't know what's going on when you have these big properties and this distance between houses, and you don't see what's going on behind closed doors. If you're, as a child, if you're lucky and your parents are loving and sweet, then good for you. But if not, who watches and makes sure, other than maybe at the school where they say, okay, there are some marks on this child that I cannot explain, let me call CPS, and sometimes the teachers don't. I mean, they're mandatory reporters, of course, but they may be missing things as well. So I always feel I get the creeps very easily when I see something like this, and then a missing child. And again, what is missing clothing wise? Why is there no report? Let me guess, his shoes are all there. Okay, my friend is saying, wait until you see it. Also, Kentucky law enforcement have covered 20 square miles with drones, sent dogs, search teams, and helicopters. Nothing found yet, right? Sight impaired, and what else? Did he have shoes on? What door did he leave from? Has he left before? Who lives with? We don't get this information here. And yes, you pointed it out. I can't get over the do the right thing statement mom makes in the note. And we love him. We, capital we. Who is we? And you know what? This is just red flag overload right there in the statement. I showed you guys already. Of course, I will get more into it, but this is already a no-brainer. I mean, that mother is that's deceptive language right here. Uh, you want me to go into priorities, plates? Let me do plates on it in a minute, okay? Let me do it right now. Priority. We love Jayden. Priority. We don't hate him. We don't hurt him. We don't have arguments. We are innocent. That's the priority here. Leakage. Do the right thing. You expected to do the right thing for a child. That tells me that you did the wrong thing to your child. Avoidances. What am I going to look for? What did he wear? What did he have on? Again, that may indicate it wasn't when he gotten ready to go out. So what is missing? The pajamas is the only thing that's missing? Your trailer, it doesn't look like you have the money to buy him 2 dozen shirts, 3 dozen pants. He probably has 2 or 3 pair of pants, if that, and a couple of shirts to go with it. So what is missing? That is the information that we need. And again, this may indicate that he was, remember, what did the picture, what was it? Pajama pants and a matching shirt. So it happened probably around bedtime. Something may have that, What about the shoes? What is missing? Avoidances. Intentions, we don't want to go there yet. Well, for sure, to make themselves look like loving parents, because that's what you're telling us again and again. Intention, not wanting to be seen. But we love him. We want him safe home. Damage control, that's the intention. Just like with Daniel Martel, damage control. She doesn't even want to mention her name. Mrs. Spicer, that doesn't have to be your name. Nothing. Avoidance, everything. You already expect things to come out about you. or whoever is your partner, or both. That's why you are scared of mentioning your name. You would never be scared if your child is missing. You will be screaming in front of the camera. That's the only priority. This priority is we. We, the first word already gives it away. It's about you and your partner together. So what happened? Did you have a partner who didn't like him, who abused him, and you allowed it to happen? I don't know. Statistically speaking, it's more likely the man, right, to hurt a child. So I am allowing myself to travel down that particular road. So intentions, yeah. Damage control. Deception, where do I start? Well, also distancing here, right? My son Jayden, pray for us. And then she says, my son Jayden, my son. Not just Jayden, my son Jayden. Deception is indicated. High alert. Huge red flags. Sensitivities. I want to continue with JLR.
Got some, looks like some trailers in this area.
Yep. Yeah. So, this is where Jayden Spicer lived. Look familiar? I think that somewhere else's home was much better taken care of than that.
Okay, what's going on here? Pan Bowl Branch Road. Look at the neighborhood here. Let's zoom around. Let's see if we can go back a little bit just to see this general area. Looks like there's trees on both sides. It looks very narrow around here. Let's continue to look here.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it goes way back into a dead end. Now, this is preliminary. I don't know the name of the parents right now.
Okay.
We'll try to get some information, but this kind of shows you the general area of...
Don't make me watch another video. Yeah, I think I will look at this channel for another update.
This missing child. This missing child.
Yep.
10-year-old. 10-year-old child. Road eventually looks like it gets very, very narrow back here. Let's continue to look. Let's continue to look. What in the world is going on here? Looks like there's a creek going on the other side, on the left side.
Yeah.
So that's we got this entire area here. We can take you into the back. We'll see what the back looks like. Back area here, Pan Bowl. Pan Bowl.
Pan Bowl.
Doesn't let me go anymore. Doesn't let me go anymore. So we are like literally in the back here.
Gotcha.
But somewhere in this general area, this little boy is missing. And I don't see any ponds or lakes or streams in this general area. That's the thing about this. So we'll be looking into this more. Stay tuned on JLR Investigates.
I hope so, bro. Let me see if you got some new here. Was it 13 hours ago, 18 hours ago? I thought I was quick at this. It took me a while to get there. Huh. Yeah, dude makes a lot of videos. I have to say it.
Folks, so we don't know anything about the parents at this time. We'll try to evaluate the situation. How does a little boy, 10-year-old, just vanish in the middle of the night? Did he walk out on his own? That's the information that's being put out there. We're going to continue to look into this. Keep this boy's face out there. Jackson, Kentucky. If you're out there watching, look for this little boy. This little boy needs to be found. We are praying that Jayden is okay. We're praying that he's just, explore.
Definitely not praying for any of the parents. They are quite busy praying for and prioritizing themselves.
Exploring out there, and sometimes these kids are curious. Unclear if he's autistic or anything like that. And there's no water around there that I've seen as far as lakes, ponds, and big water. So it will be interesting to see what happens here. We're going to be continuing to monitor the information. Sub to the channel, hit the notification button. Praying for the law enforcement, and everyone out there searching for this little boy. When more information comes out, you'll hear it here on JLR Investigates. We'll talk soon. Stay tuned.
All right, John Lee Riches. Well, I think I'm going to leave it for now. And I'm going to post the statement. You'll be able to watch it, to see it on my channel. I'm going to make a post so you'll be able to read it more clearly. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Mike the Man, and I'll see you soon.